You touched on Black culture. What would be some things that are part of Black culture that maybe Andrew and I, as average white guys, wouldn't know?
Well, Black culture is world culture, so you guys would know it. It's in everything. But oftentimes, as Black people, we're told in order to be successful, the culture has to be last. And so something simple like me wearing hooped earrings, I would have never worn those in corporate America because that's considered.
Really?
Yeah, these
You wouldn't have worn
large
those earrings at your prior job?
No.
Because why?
Because that is, as a Black woman, when you look a certain way, you are automatically perceived as a certain way. So
Okay.
hooped earrings, long hair weave. I mean, one of the things that even when I was, I've done several, and I'm pretty sure you guys have too, of those like in college trainings that prepare you for the work world. And one of the first things they tell you is, you should keep your hair off of your face. You shouldn't wear earrings larger than a dime. If you are a woman, and if you're like me, I'm pretty curvy, you shouldn't wear things to accentuate your curves. And so even those small things that I think sometimes men, and then you add white on there, that's another one, take for granted because you never really have to worry about it.
Sure.
Heels, your heels shouldn't be higher than 3 inches. I can wear 6-inch stilettos and booty shorts if I want to.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, what are they going to say?
Right.
And so that's one thing. But the other thing is the way we do outreach in comparison to the typical electoral organization or entity is a lot different. Mm-hmm. We believe in meeting people where they are. So we go to Black churches. We do what we call, our slogan is voting is lit. And the reason why we do that is because we don't have your typical candidate debate. We have cocktails with candidates. And so like last year, you would have seen we had former Mayor Browley and Mayor John Cooper, and both of them were sipping on a bourbon.
Okay.
And we were discussing the issues. And I personally think it got them a little opened up.
Of course it will. There's something about when you have alcohol as part of the conversation. I think there's something, I don't know if it's spiritual or intangible or whatever it is, but it does change the dynamic a little bit. And that's where you can actually like see what this guy or gal is thinking, what their thought processes are, what their plans are, like those types of things. The whole scripted thing, that is less than ideal most of the time.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, we do a party at the polls. So on the 17th, which is this coming Saturday, we're having a tailgate actually at the polls where all of the Black Greek letter organizations are going to come out and vote together. We're going to have music. We're going to have, a DJ, food, all of those things. And it's unapologetically Black. Like we're going to play Black music.
Yep.
At this point, I'm too tired to code switch. We're going to do what we know excites our people. And we've had pushback before, not just from white people, but from Black people who say like, y'all shouldn't be doing this or y'all shouldn't be doing it that way. They want everything to be like a stuffy forum or a panel. And that's not what gets people excited.
Yeah.
People aren't excited by someone coming and explaining to them what voting is. They're excited when they feel like what they're already excited about is incorporated in the process. So that's what we do.
Okay, so that makes a lot of sense. And what you're saying with incorporating some of this fun and having, these mayors with sipping on some cocktails while you guys are having a conversation, that type of thing, having music at the voting booths. Is that a Black culture thing, or is that just we are, whoever you are, no matter what skin color you are, we are just free to be ourselves and enjoy life? You know what I mean? Because what you're saying resonates with me, and I'm not Black. Like, that sounds fantastic. That would be how I'd want to go to the polls. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So is that a human thing, or is that a Black thing?
It's a human thing. But for us, because we do like focus on Black and brown communities, we center like Black people in the Black culture. And so, like I said, and this might be an unpopular opinion, but Black culture influences world culture. But oftentimes Black people are like, we're told that our culture shouldn't exist in certain spaces, and professional and political spaces are one of them. Now it's cool to have, downtown music festival where you're listening to these pop and rock artists who remade, soulful or blues Black music, and it's completely fine. But if we were to do that with a crowd of Black people, it would become a nuisance. And
I
so
see. Yes.
one of the things that we want to do is like, yes, we're not saying that only Black people can come to our events. We're just saying that we're going to acknowledge that a lot of the cultural norms, specifically food, music, and all of those things are rooted in the Black experience. And we
Yes.
get to claim that unapologetically. And by the way, white people, you can come and enjoy it too.
Sure. Yes. Yeah, that makes total
That makes
sense.
sense.
Well, we'd love to, right, Andrew? We can't speak for anyone other than ourselves, but that all sounds fantastic.
Oh, it's lit. It's lit. It's a turned up experience.
Yeah, that sounds great. Yeah, most people are way too stuffy, way too caught up in thinking about what other people think, way too caught up in the norms. Just you need to chill and enjoy your work and enjoy your life for sure.